do a review on the Kotobukiya Hexa Gear figure series. And to start off with, this is the first one that I built, which is the Rose version 1.5. And their 1/24th scale kits, their Kotobukiya stuff is very similar to Bandai or any of the modern Japanese kits. And although they're kind of small, like this figure is, they don't lack in parts. There's actually a ton of parts, and they're pretty easy to build, but they also are very secure when you put the parts together in that. They come with colored sprues, and that's fine, but I chose to repaint mine, and I suggest repainting them. They look quite a bit better. And these kits are very interesting. They give you lots of different options for the weapons, and even the hairstyles. There's multiple hairstyles. I'll show on the package later. And this one is a little different than the other Governor, which is called the it's just called the Early Governor. And I don't know why, but on the Early Governor, if you can see, it says Volume 3, and on the Rose kit it says version. It says version 1.5. I don't know why they did that. I don't even know what the versions are, because they seem to just be different figures altogether, which is just part of the packaging of these. Also, this one, it didn't come with. There's a card that came in the Early Governor, which I believe the Early Governor was their first figure, and it's all in Japanese, but it's some kind of like a history card or something. It's interesting. It comes with that figure, but it didn't come in my Rose version. It never came. It doesn't come with one of those. I don't know if that was something that was just with the earlier release figure because it was the first one, or if there's something about it why it came with that and this one doesn't, which is no big deal. But the parts are just like this, just like the Bandai type kits. They're injection molded, and they're where the trees in that attached to the actual parts themselves is strategically located, so you don't have to do much cleanup or anything like that. Everything went together perfectly fine, as it should. In the figure, it is articulated, but there, I suppose you could probably sand down the bits a little bit better and make the parts movable, like a little more easier to move, so you wouldn't break them as you try to repose them. The way they are now, you can repose it carefully, and I don't understand why you would want to do that. I don't play with them. I don't know if they're meant to be played with, because these are more of a Japanese thing. These types of figures in that. So I don't know what their real intentions are, but they are excellent models to build. They're quite fun to build. And this is my particular one, and I repainted it using AK. The red, I believe, was Foundry Red, which has sort of like a metal flake tint in it, and the other paint, like the details in that, was with Tamiya, with just the regular Tamiya paints. And it has quite a bit of different options for weapons. You can see there's like a holster peg on the either leg, so you could holster the weapons, and or you could have them on her back. And this is just how I built mine, how it was supposed to be built. Now, for the options that this kit gives you, you can see at the bottom they show you the multiple different weapons, multiple different hands, multiple different heads. You can have face masks. You can have the hair. You can even have the hair done up, like tied back, or you can have the hair tied back, or you can have it in the like the ponytail or the full face mask. Anything you want to do. I suggest though, just making it the way you want it, because taking it apart after you've put it together a certain way, like to put a different head on it later, is you'll probably end up damaging the kit after time. But you can do whatever you want to it. So anyways, there's just so many options, and then there's these optional vehicles, which is, I think it's one of the reasons why the figures are kind of small, is because they come with just like enormous vehicles and that you can get for them. Now, I purchased mine at Hobby Sense in Manitoba, Canada. They carry a lot of sort of off brands, and this Kotobukiya stuff, which is to me, it's on par with any kit from Bandai or any of the other major companies, Flame Toys and companies like that. Like they're just excellent, and I highly recommend them. And as far as skill levels go, it might actually be better for a child or some younger or smaller modelers, because the parts are so small. It actually makes it easier, and it's kind of a benefit to being smaller to put these together. They are a lot of parts, but as far as skill goes, it's I say a child should be okay to put it together, and they're sort of moderately priced. They're around $40 in Canada, but they you can get them cheaper than that if you look around. So it's a kit I highly recommend. It was very enjoyable to build, and so basically, other than that, thank you for watching.